Hey everyone, I'm back to show you guys how to use the Tria Hair Removal Laser 4X and also give you guys kind of my first impressions on how my first initial treatment went. So when you get your Tria Laser, it comes packaged very nicely and it looks like this. It comes with the charging cable, which plugs into the back of the base here. They say it takes less than 2 hours to charge it up. It will not work while it is plugged into the wall, so you do have to charge it up and then remove it from the wall plug in order to use the device. It also comes with an instruction booklet, of course, very important. You can also choose to purchase their Smooth Start Calming Gel, or you can buy the bundle pack. I know Sephora has a set that includes this turquoise laser. If you guys are interested in this color, they have a bundle with this as well as the Smooth Start Calming Gel and I believe like a little carrying case, all for the same price as just the laser on its own. So definitely look at that if you guys are interested in picking this up. I think it's a great deal because you kind of get a few freebies. So to begin, you want to make sure your Tria Laser is fully charged, so go ahead and plug in the charger and you'll see on the screen the battery icon will look like it's filling up. And when it's fully charged, the battery light will stay on and you can unplug the charger, and they say that takes around 2 hours or so. So once your device is fully charged, you're ready to start. So you want to start with freshly shaved, clean skin. You don't want any like lotion or residue on it. So I mentioned before that I typically epilate, which is kind of a device that like plucks out all the individual hairs from the root. And in order for this device to work, you actually have to have the hair root intact. So if you epilate or if you wax or if you pluck, you're going to have to switch over to shaving while you are using the device because you do want the hair underneath the skin to be there in order for this to work. So like I said, start with freshly shaved skin, and if you are using their Smooth Start Calming Gel, go ahead and apply that to the area that you are going to be laser hair removing. I actually divided my leg in half, and I used this on part of my leg and then I left the other part without any of the calming gel, and to be honest with you, I didn't really experience much of a difference in pain level between the two sides. Perhaps once I go up to a higher level, I may notice more of a difference, but initially I personally didn't see that this was helping a whole lot in terms of pain or comfort. So now all you have to do is unlock the device, and to turn it on, you just press the power button. There is one button on this device, so it's very simple. Turn it on and you'll see that there is a locked icon, and in order to unlock the device, turn it upside down and you'll see this little like light right here, and what you do is you attach this to the area of your body that you want to use the laser on, and it will determine whether or not that area is safe for the laser to be used on. You'll hear a nice musical note, and that will tell you it's safe to begin. And there are actually 5 different levels for this machine, so 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest level, 5 obviously being the highest. You should start with level 1, and if you feel that it's tolerable, move up to level 2. Again, if you still feel like you can handle a little bit more, go up to level 3, and so on and so forth. Do the highest level that you feel like you can tolerate. That will just help you have like speedier results. They do recommend you do a test patch before you go all crazy and start lasering your whole entire body, which I did do the night before. I just went ahead and did a little portion of like my lower leg, like near my ankle. I did maybe like 7 little laser pulses, and I kind of changed the level just to see what I could tolerate, and I felt like level 1, I couldn't really feel it all that much. Level 2, I could, and it's hard to describe the feeling of this. I wouldn't say it's like super painful or anything like that. I went all the way up to level 5 just to see if I could handle it, and I could handle it. It was tolerable. It wasn't necessarily comfortable. It does feel like a little prick. Pretty much. It feels kind of like if you took like a thumbtack and like poked yourself. It's kind of what it feels like. It's really quick, really fast. It doesn't like sting after or anything like that. It feels like a poke and then it's done, and then you move on and then it feels like a poke. So I was able to do my whole lower leg on level 2. I probably could have done level 3, but I was a little bit more conservative, having it be my very first time, and it was pretty tolerable. Certain areas do feel a little bit more painful, and when I say painful, it's not like an excruciating pain. Like I said, it just feels a little bit like a prick, honestly. And it's not too bad. Again, it lasts for like a second and it's over. Definitely the areas where I think you feel the prick where the actual hair is. If you go over an area of your body has no hair, you're not going to feel anything, pretty much. The laser has nothing to target, but once it does target that hair, that's where you feel it. And I think the thicker the hair maybe, or the deeper the hair follicle is, the more you're going to feel. That's what I think anyway, at least just looking at my leg and the hairs on it. That's kind of what I've figured out, is that, you know, the thicker, coarser hairs are slightly more painful. So once you unlock the laser, you are just going to touch it to your skin. I'm just going to show you on my hand. It's not on or anything like that. You just touch it to your skin and you'll hear 2 beeps. So once you hear the 2 beeps, you can release and move on to the next spot. 2 beeps, pick it up, move on to the next spot, 2 beeps. Makes sense? If you lift up the laser before you hear the second beep, you'll hear this sound. And that tells you that it was not complete. So you can go ahead and reposition it, leave it for 2 beeps, and then continue on. So moving the laser from one part of your skin to the other, you kind of want to make them overlap a little bit. So if this was the laser surface and you laser that part of your skin, the next surface that you want to laser is going to kind of overlap slightly like this. So you don't want it to be like this, because then you have these gaps in between. So you want them to overlap slightly. They also have this handy little pulse counter guide, and a pulse is actually when you touch the laser and it beeps twice, that is considered 1 pulse, and then you pick it up and you move it, and that is your second pulse, and so on and so forth. So on here it lists the different body parts that you can use the laser on, as well as kind of an average of how many pulses and how many minutes it's going to take. On here it says for your lower leg, it's about 600 pulses each leg, and then it's going to take you about 25 to 30 minutes each leg. For me, I am a short girl, so obviously my limbs are a little bit shorter. It took me a little under 500 pulses to do one of my lower legs, and that took maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. It went by really quickly. I had the TV on and I was just bam, 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 bam. And it went pretty quickly, but again, it's going to depend on how big that area is and how long it's going to take. And what's nice is that on the Tria, there's actually a little pulse counter, so it kind of keeps track of how many pulses you've done, and then you can go ahead and turn it off and then turn it back on, and once you move on to another section, that way you can keep track of how many pulses you've done so far, just to keep in mind, help you kind of figure out where you're at. So wrapping up my first time using the Tria hair laser, I only did one of my lower legs. I am leaving my left leg untouched so that it can kind of be like a control, so that at the end of the 3 months we can compare each leg and see if in fact hair growth has been completely eliminated or dramatically decreased in comparison to the leg that I haven't used the laser on. So I'm excited to see that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this really does work and provide permanent results, and I'll never ever have to shave or epilate again. That would be awesome. I am planning on using this on my underarms tomorrow after I get out of the shower. I'll also do my upper leg and possibly my upper lip. We'll see. And I'll update you guys on my next video to let you guys know if there's a difference in pain between the different areas, if I could tolerate higher levels maybe, depending on which part of my body I'm using this on. So I will let you guys know in my next video. But yeah, so far that's just kind of like how to use the device, kind of what to expect. Like I said, not a whole lot of pain here, and I'm a big baby when it comes to pain. I was able to do my whole leg level 2. I think that's pretty good. I probably could have done level 3 like I said, but I wanted to do this process slowly and just see how it works. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, definitely leave them down below and I will try my best to answer them in my next video. So look out for that. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!